Matthew, Happy New Year, mate.
You too, Lee.
Did you have a good one?
I did. I was, like most people, I was rough over Christmas, but I went away for New Year, which was good.
Where'd you go?
Went to Tenerife.
All right.
The Hattons love Tenerife, mate. You know that. So yeah, we was all over there. My mum and dad, Ricky was there, Campbell, who was doing a little bit of training with out there. So no, I had a really good New Year, and keen to crack on now in 2023.
Well, I'm down here because I'm going to catch up with two of your fighters who are fighting on our shows. We've got Luke Evans, I think on March the 11th, and then Hash, his first one out is on February 25th in Doncaster.
Yeah, looking forward. Hash is someone I really enjoy working with. He's a great lad, good to have around the gym, and I think he's going to develop into one hell of a fighter. You know, really good fan-friendly style, and I'm enjoying working with him and enjoying seeing the progress he's making.
Yeah, he's one of my little tips.
Jab, straight right to the body.
He wasn't a great amateur record, good amateur record, but nothing else.
Finish on the body.
He's always every occasion.
Yeah, again, not an extensive amateur career, but I see stuff in him, like I say, really good to watch, little side steps he does so well naturally, which is a difficult thing to teach sometimes, but some kids can just do it naturally as he can, and before fights so far, he's improving. He's a strong lad. No stoppages yet, but
pure because of the matchmaking. We've matched him heavy. I mean, his last two fights, he was a middleweight, and the other one was almost what I was. So we're coming down. I think with the fight on the 25th, we've got a guy who's closer to the 10-stone mark, and I think this is where we're going to see the best of him.
I agree, yeah.
He's lightweight, isn't he?
He's a lightweight, yeah. Again, he's been fighting heavy opponents, just the way it's panned out, really. Look, a couple of times there, especially one of the times, very lucky to fight, because opponent pulled out last minute. The only person we could get was much bigger. But that just shows the confidence we have in Hash. You know, the fact that we put him in with no worries. So Hash is, as you touched on, mate, I think he's going to be a dark, and I think he's going to be a danger man.
Yeah, definitely.
He's strong and he can punch.
Yeah. And obviously, Luke, this is hopefully going to be the year that Luke announces himself on the big stage, because he's unbeaten now in 13 fights, and he's had a lot of bad luck, a lot of injuries, but hopefully we can get him to where we believe he can get to, which is title level. Yeah,
as I've touched on before, I've always been a big admirer of Luke, a big believer in Luke. He's so talented, he really is. But this year, there's no ifs, no buts. It has to be his year. We cannot, we've been saying this every year, haven't we? It's going to be the year come through. We can't keep saying that. It has to be this year. And seeing him in the gym, he's got that bit between his teeth, and I'm hoping and praying and believing this year we will see the breakthrough for him.
Yeah, I hope so as well. I think if he gets his opportunity, he'll take it as well. And young Campbell, hopefully he's going to be just coming to the end of his second year as a pro. Hopefully he's got a fight just in the next 2 months, you think?
Yeah, it should be sorted. I'm hoping he's going to be fighting early March.
Yeah, so that'll be almost 2 years to the day since he made his debut.
Absolutely, and that'll be fight number 10. Hopefully he can get to 10-0. So that'll be a really good start for him. He's improving lately, and the fact that he's got his two gym mates fighting very close together, there's certain stuff we can do together, like the hill runs, the hill sprints, sparring and stuff like that. So that'll work really well.
Oh, it makes your job easier, that doesn't it?
It does, yeah, which is always nice, because it is a tough job.
But yeah. So like I say, if he can get to 10-0, and you got to admit, he's showing massive progress, because his last 5 fights, he's had 3 stoppages. Yeah, against guys that were with winning records. I think all of them had winning records.
Mistakes were made early on, but I believe in Campbell. I know what he can do. I knew it would take time, and I think of late we've seen the improvement. He's maturing physically, mentally, and we're seeing that improvement now. That, like, I always knew we would. It was just a matter of when, not if, and we're starting to see it now.
And what I wanted to talk to you about is, normally I'm coming to talk to you because it's an ex-opponent of yours, but we've got a massive show to kickstart 2023 at the Manchester Arena, and top of the bill, it's mouth-watering, isn't it? Chris Eubank Jr. against Liam Smith.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Lee, we're both involved in the sport, but we're boxing fans, we love the sport, and I can see you smiling there behind the camera, and that's how I feel. I'm looking forward to this weekend.
I've got a bit of a soft spot for Liam Smith, actually. I do, got a lot of time for him. I like his no-nonsense attitude to the game, and I believe he's an angry man, and I quite like, the attitude that he went when they put him in with Fowler. Domestically he's cleaned up. He's proved that for 14 years, well, for the last 12 years, he's been #1 in Britain at light middleweight. I know he's stepping up in weight, but he's huge. He's a big light middleweight. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think the weight issue is going to be a major part of it.
No, again, like you, Lee, big fan of Liam Smith. As are all the Smiths. I like them all. Great family, all good fighters. Comes from the dad. The dad's a really sound guy. Stephen, Paul, Callum, Liam, all great guys. And like you've touched on, no nonsense. And it's the complete opposite with Eubank, isn't it? This is why the build-up's been so good. Again, I don't see size being a massive factor in this fight. It's just a great matchup, innit? It really is.
Are you picking them?
You know what? I hope Smith wins, but I have to favour Eubank. I do think Eubank will win the fight. It wouldn't shock me if Liam Smith won. I hope he wins, but my heart says Smith, but my head says Eubank. But I think it'll be a good fight.
Do you think this is a better fight than the Conor Benn fight?
I was really looking forward to that one.
I was, but I was pretty sure Eubanks would win that fight.
Yeah.
I was that sure that I'd probably put money on it. I'm not that sure on either one here. I really don't know who wins the fight between Smith and, as you said, you always slightly favour the bigger man, but I don't think that, as we just touched on before, I don't think he really is that much bigger than him. So it'd be intriguing, won't it?
It will, and it's lots of good. This is when it's a good fight, when you're not quite sure. Liam Smith, he's had such a good career, he's achieved so much. I don't think he's on the decline. Is he slightly past his best or coming? I don't know.
We'll find out, won't we?
We certainly will. And another good motivator is, that the losers certainly in no man's land, aren't they? The winner moves on to big fights, big paydays. The losers in no man's land. So another good motivator there. And I don't see how it cannot fail to be a good fight. It's a great clash of styles. It's going to be a good matchup.
Well, it's the first time we've not really got anyone at the arena. Normally we always have someone on the undercard. We've not got anyone, but we have an ex-VIP fighter stepping up to heavyweight in Jack Massey against Joe Parker. Our adopted Kiwi. We'll fight that, I think.
It is a good fight. I was surprised when I saw that.
I was really surprised.
The match was made. It seemed to come from nowhere. Big opportunity for Jack Massey. Everything to gain and nothing to lose to a certain extent.
Well, he's not a heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight. You know, and if he puts on a good performance, then it's not going to do him any harm. If he gets KO'd in one round, then that's not good for him. But I don't think that will happen. And
like you say, he's a good cruiserweight. He's in a very good division, and domestically, he's certainly one of the best cruiserweights. That's why I was surprised when this one was made. But he's been sat on the shelf a long time now, hasn't he? He's been inactive, probably been offered this opportunity with a lot to gain, not much to lose. I do think it's a big ask for him. But again, I hope he can do it.
It's always hard to step up weights especially at the highest level, and this is the highest level, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Again,
it's-
he's not fighting, moving up to heavyweight to fight an unknown. He's moving up to heavyweight to fight a proven fighter who's boxed at such a good level. So it's a big ask. It's a big ask.
Yeah. But obviously, you must be looking at his last performance, and it was a great fight against the Juggernaut. Got to be the best, most appropriate ring name for any fighter, you know, with Joe Joyce, the Juggernaut.
Yeah. Sums him up perfectly, doesn't it?
He's just an animal, isn't he?
Yeah.
But that was a tough fight, wasn't it?
It was, and again, will it be at the right time? We just don't know. We just don't know. It was a damaging defeat against Joe Joyce, but I think he's a big underdog. I think he's a big underdog, big ask. I get behind all the local fighters. I'd love him to do it, but I do think it's a big ask.
Like I say, everything to gain, not much to lose.
Absolutely, in a great position to be in.
Yeah. I really am looking forward to Saturday night. So obviously I'll be coming down here to catch up with Luke Evans in a couple of weeks' time, find out. Hopefully we'll have an opponent for him. But as you said, big year for him, and a great learning year for young Hash.
Yeah, young, like you say, Luke's at that level now. I want to see Luke challenging for a title this year. Campbell and Hash, probably another year of learning, and then maybe the year after we can start to see them boys challenging for titles.
2024 is going to be their year, isn't it?
I think so. You know, again, it's you judge them fight by fight. Certainly in Hash's case, I think, you know, keep him busy this year and the year after. And as for Campbell, again, keep him nice and busy, keep learning. Back end of this year, early next year, maybe see him challenging for a title.
Brilliant, looking forward to it. I'll go and see you in there, because we're going to go and train in the Hash now, aren't we?
Let's get some work done.
See you later, mate. Bye.
Mate.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.